You're listening to the Dental Patient Pipeline podcast, the show designed to help dentists like you attract more patients, grow your clinic, and build a thriving practice. Hosted by Mark Vernam, a leading expert in dental marketing, this podcast brings you proven strategies, real-world success stories, and no-fluff insights to turn clicks into booked appointments and prospects into loyal patients. If you're looking to grow your clinic to the next level, you're in the right place. Now, here's your host, Mark Vernam.
Hi, welcome back to the Dental Patient Pipeline podcast, and today we're diving into a marketing tool that honestly a lot of clinics seem to be forgetting about, email marketing. And I get it, there's so much buzz around social media and paid ads these days that email can feel, well, kind of old-fashioned. But let me tell you, email is still one of the most powerful ways to connect with potential patients and actually convert them into booked appointments. So here's what we're covering today. We're going to look at why email marketing remains one of the highest converting channels out there. I'll break down how clinics can use it effectively and really how to make sure your emails aren't just open, but actually acted on. Because sending emails isn't the hard part, right? It's getting results that matters. Now, let's talk about the numbers. On average, email delivers a staggering 4,200% return on investment. That's huge. I mean, when you compare that to the performance of social media or even paid ads, email just blows them out of the water. But why? Why does email work so well? It's because it's direct. You're landing straight in someone's inbox. You're not fighting against algorithms or hoping they see your post while scrolling. It's a direct line to the people who are genuinely interested in your services. But here's the thing, you've got to make your emails engaging, right? People open emails for two main reasons. One, they trust the sender, and two, the content feels valuable to them. And this is where so many clinics stumble. They'll send emails that are overly salesy or worse, completely irrelevant. It's just noise. What you want to do is craft emails that feel helpful, that show you actually care about their needs. Think about tips, reminders, updates, stuff that they'll find useful and worth taking a moment to read. And consistency plays a massive role here too. You can't just show up in someone's inbox once in a blue moon and expect results. Sending regular, helpful emails builds trust over time. Consistency keeps your clinic top of mind, so when they're ready to book, guess who they think of first? It's you. You're not just a name they saw online, you're a trusted expert who's been providing real value consistently. And look, email marketing doesn't have to be this overwhelming, overcomplicated process. With just a few key strategies, you can actually start seeing results pretty quickly. It's just about understanding what works and sticking with it. All right, let's talk leads. More specifically, how to grow your email list with the kind of leads that actually matter. Because honestly, it's not just about having a big list, it's about having the right people on it. If your list is filled with random contacts who aren't interested in your services, well, it's not going to do you much good, is it? Now, email gives you something that's really powerful: control. Unlike social media, you're not at the mercy of algorithms deciding whether your content gets seen. With an email list, you've got direct communication with your potential patients. It's like having a VIP pass straight into their inbox. So how do we get these leads, right? Let's start with your website. This is where most people are already checking you out, so use it to your advantage. Add a pop-up or a banner offering something valuable, like a free guide, say, 10 tips for a brighter smile. People love free resources. And a lead magnet like that gives them a reason to hand over their email. But, and this is important, make sure whatever you're offering is actually relevant to your audience. No generic stuff. It has to speak directly to their needs. Another thing that works really well, appointment request forms. I mean, how many patients call or email just to ask about availability? If your website has a simple form for them to request a time slot, you can easily capture their email, there. And it doesn't feel pushy, right? It's just part of the process. But hey, don't forget about offline strategies. If you're seeing patients in person, that's a great opportunity to grow your list too. For example, you can have a form at reception where patients can sign up for updates or newsletters. Or if you're running an event, have a spot where attendees can leave their email in exchange for something like a discount or a free consultation. The key is to make it easy and not, force it. All right, once you've got these leads, what's next? You've got to welcome them, right? And that's where setting up an automated welcome series comes in. It's basically a sequence of emails that goes out automatically when someone signs up. Think of it as your chance to introduce yourself, share a bit about your clinic, and show them why they made a great choice signing up. Done right, an automated welcome series can really help turn a brand new lead into a loyal patient. All right, now that we've talked about growing your email list with the right leads, let's dig into something that trips up so many clinics, writing emails that actually get opened and read. Because, look, it doesn't matter how big your list is if no one's engaging with your emails, right? So, let's start at the very beginning, the subject line. This is your make or break moment. A good subject line can mean the difference between your email getting opened or heading straight to the trash. You've got to make it catchy. Use curiosity or urgency, like, are you making this mistake with your oral health? Or add a personal touch, like including the patient's name. People love that. They want to feel like you're talking directly to them. Once they're in, the next challenge is keeping their attention. And let me tell you, long, clunky paragraphs aren't going to do it. Structure your emails so they're scannable, short paragraphs, bullet points, maybe even bold, key phrases. People are busy. They don't have time to read an essay. Make it easy for them to get the gist in just a few seconds. And here's where a lot of clinics miss the mark. They make it all about sales. That's a big no. Think 80-20. 80% of your email content should be educational or helpful, tips, reminders, updates. The other 20% can be promotional, like booking reminders or special offers. When you focus on value first, people are more likely to trust you and engage with your emails. One of my personal favorite strategies? Storytelling. Humans connect with stories. It's just how we're wired. Share real patient success stories. With permission, of course. If someone overcame a dental fear or saw amazing results with your services, that's powerful stuff. It's relatable, it's emotional, and it makes your emails memorable. Now, before you hit send, let's talk about a sneaky little thing that can ruin all your hard work. Spam triggers. Words like free, urgent, or even excessive punctuation can flag your email as spam. You want to avoid overloading it with these and make sure your email is clean, professional looking, and mobile friendly. Most people are checking their emails on their phones, so if it doesn't look good there, you're going to lose them. So, to sum it up, craft a subject line that hooks them in, keep your email short and scannable, prioritize educational value, sprinkle in some storytelling, and whatever you do, stay out of the spam folder. Get those basics right, and you're already way ahead of most clinics out there. All right, let's talk about where most clinics lose potential patients. Follow-ups. Honestly, this is one of those areas that can make or break your lead conversions because here's the thing, most people aren't going to book on the first touch point, right? They're busy or they're still thinking about it and then poof, they forget. That's where follow-up sequences come in. A good system keeps you top of mind and moves that lead closer to booking an appointment. So, let's make this simple. A 3-step nurture email series. That's all you need to get started. Here's how it works. Email 1, that's your introduction, your chance to say, hey, this is who we are and here's how we can help. Keep it friendly, approachable, and focused on their needs. Then, email 2 goes a bit deeper. Address common questions or concerns like, I don't know, for dentists it might be about the cost of certain treatments or what first-time patients can expect. Make it personalized, like you're having a conversation directly with them. And by email 3, you're adding a little nudge, a reason for them to take action, like a reminder that appointments fill up quickly or tips they can't afford to miss out on. Now, here's where personalization really shines. When you address someone's specific concerns or even reference something they've shown interest in, it's no longer just another email in their inbox. It's relevant to them. And people engage with that. You're not just selling a service, you're building trust. Then there's the power of reminder emails. Sometimes people are interested, but they're hesitant. Maybe it's nerves, maybe they're waiting for the right timing. It happens. A well-timed reminder, like a gentle, "Hey, we'd love to see you soon," or even something like "spots are filling fast," can be just the right nudge. No pressure, just a friendly prompt. And don't forget about your old leads, the ones who maybe inquired but never booked. Honestly, this is such an untapped opportunity for a lot of clinics. Say it's been a couple of months since they reached out. Send them an email that's approachable, like, "We haven't seen you in a while, and we'd love to help you with," insert whatever matches their original inquiry. And in some cases, offering a small incentive like a consultation or a discount can bring them back into the fold. Automation makes this all so much easier. Once you set up these sequences, you're not manually tracking who needs what email. It just runs in the background doing all the follow-up work for you. And that's time you can spend focusing on running your clinic. Automation isn't just about saving time, it's about consistency. And consistency, well, that's what leads to conversions. Okay, so we've talked about automating follow-ups, but what happens when it's time to spice things up with promotions and offers? This part is tricky because you want to grab attention without overwhelming or, worse, annoying your email list. So let's break it down. First, running a limited time offer. This is one of the best ways to create urgency and, honestly, it works. But here's the catch, you don't want to sound pushy or desperate. Subtle phrasing goes a long way. Instead of "book now before it's too late," try something like, "This offer is only available for the next 48 hours. It's professional but still gives that little nudge to act quickly. And keep the design clean. A cluttered email can overshadow the actual offer." Now let's talk about discounts. They can be great, but, and this is important, they're not for every situation. Offering discounts too often can devalue your services. So when should you use them? Well, one good option is for new patient offers. It's a great way to lower that barrier to entry and get people in the door. But for existing patients, we're looking at things like loyalty rewards or a seasonal special. The key is keeping an eye on your margins. A discount won't help if it eats into your profitability too much. Speaking of timing, holiday and seasonal campaigns can work wonders for engagement. Think of your emails as part of a larger conversation your patients are already having in their minds. For example, January might be the perfect time to position a teeth whitening offer as a New Year, New Smile promotion. Align it with what people are thinking about, and suddenly your message feels relevant instead of random. And here's an easy win: referral incentives. People trust recommendations from their friends and family, right? So why not encourage it? Offering a small bonus, like a discount or free service, for both the person referring and the new patient can create a win-win. Plus, it doesn't just bring in new patients, it strengthens your bond with existing ones. Lastly, let's not forget the power of A/B testing. This is where you get to experiment a little. Try testing two versions of the same offer. Maybe one uses a bold, eye-catching design and the other is more minimalist. Or test different subject lines to see which one gets opened more. The beauty of A/B testing is that it takes the guesswork out of knowing what your audience responds to best. And the real art here? It's finding the balance. You want your promotions to excite and engage your audience without bombarding their inbox with too much noise. It's all about staying valuable and relevant. All right, let's wrap things up by talking about how to refine your email marketing game. Because really, what's the point of sending emails if you're not tracking performance and improving with every campaign, right? First things first, key metrics. Pay attention to your open rates, click-through rates, and conversions. Why? Well, open rates tell you how compelling your subject lines are. Click-through rates, that's where you see if your content actually resonates. And conversions, of course, show if those clicks are turning into booked appointments. These numbers aren't just data, they're telling you a story. You just need to listen and adjust. Now, testing is your best friend here. Subject lines, email content, even the time you send, it's all testable. Split your list into 2 groups, send slightly different versions, and see what performs better. Maybe one subject line feels engaging, but the other drives action. You'll never know unless you test. And don't be afraid to try new angles. Sometimes the smallest tweaks make the biggest impact. Speaking of timing, let's talk schedules. There's no magic answer for when to send, but mornings midweek, say Tuesday or Wednesday, often see higher engagement. That said, this varies. Think about your audience. Are they morning people or do late afternoons work better? Track your results and fine-tune your schedule as you go, but here's where the real magic happens. List segmentation. Don't send the same email to everyone. Break your list down by interests, behaviors, or even demographics. For example, patients interested in whitening treatments might want different emails than those considering orthodontics. When you tailor your messages, you're giving people content that actually matters to them. And listen, improving your strategy is an ongoing process. Check your data after every campaign and ask yourself, what went well, what didn't? If open rates are low, revisit those subject lines. If click-through rates are lagging, maybe it's time to revisit your call to action. Email marketing isn't set it and forget it. It's all about learning and improving, one step at a time. So here's the big picture. Email marketing isn't just about pushing content out there. It's about connecting, building trust, and growing your practice in a way that feels natural and valuable. With the right metrics, consistent testing, and a commitment to personalization, you really can transform this into one of your clinic's most powerful tools for growth. And that's all for today, folks. It's been great walking through how email marketing can literally change the game for your clinic. Remember, small, consistent efforts lead to big results over time. Take what you've learned, put it into action, and watch how it impacts your practice. I'll see you next time, and until then, keep scaling.